Hello and welcome back to Belgrade, Serbia. We are ready for the next map, which is going to be Mirage. Dan, what are your thoughts on this map?
Well, I like Mirage, James.
Great. So we're going to have Poland versus France, of course. France taking a 2-1 lead now. So again, now we're going to see the maps open up to these AWPers. And we've seen Spiro, he's been doing monster stuff with the AWP so far. Didn't really have the opportunity to do it on a map like Cobblestone, which is not, I would say, a very favorable map. Obviously, there are certain spots, but we're talking just a few to use it there, compared to Mirage, where it's going to have a lot more utility. How do you think his AWPing is going to play a part, and do you overall favor Poland or France?
Yeah, it's going to be very interesting to see how it does come into play, the AWPing, generally speaking. And, I mean, usually these days, we see mid-AWPings kind of shut down fairly easy with just a smoke. But I think France are going to want to find engagements if they can. They're going to want to try to challenge, even if it's like on paper a little bit less favorable. So I feel like Spiro is going to be very, very crucial because we're going to see a lot of action on stairs, and the ability for him to play AWP on short and also be moving around a lot. That's what I want to see, and that's so pivotal because I don't think they can deny France from taking mid. It's how they defend against France, getting connector and ladder, and that's going to make the difference.
So we appear to be getting into the match. Poland starting on the CT side. You can hear a few chants in the crowd already. It's been a very boisterous crowd here, really good crowds. Lots of noise. So, the entire T side going full armor. Poland's going to have the kit and the nade onto Spiro. Everybody else will have the Kevlar as well. Again, the range will be advantageous here for the CTs with the better pistols, but the numbers game will be heavily in France's favor. Already a player in the underpass and 3 coming down mid.
Yeah, Spiro is ready to try to defend here. This is a very hard position, though, as he's going to get overwhelmed quickly, but they don't look! They don't look! Spiro gets 3 already! And Pete with 1 as well, and all of a sudden, there's nobody left alive. It's just NBK. And, well, they know where he is. And he's got to go for a door, James. This sucks. This sucks.
It's like being in a theater, Dan, screaming, he's behind you. Unfortunately, it was too late and everyone died. That doesn't happen in the theater.
What theaters do you go to, James?
1-0 to Poland. The Mag 7 coming out for Poland. I'm curious as to how he's going to use this in this round. That is a very interesting buy. So I have to have a look. I can only assume towards the B-bomb site, but I don't know how you could use it well in a situation where you're going to be close, but you're up against Tech 9s on a force buy. So, and indeed, he is going to be jumping Mag 7, I suppose. But I can imagine he'll be traded very quickly. That's a good start from him. And indeed, insta-trade from Apex. Now Michi's got an angle on short to try and slow things down. But Happy's coming in with the flank, and there's nobody there to help him. The bomb site's been lost, 3 versus 3.
Yeah, this is going to be interesting. They can get through a shot quite quickly, though. No one's really holding that angle. So this should be pretty good for Poland right now. And Spiro's going to pick up a quick kill onto Apex. So that's the player. There's one more player in the apartments to deal with. And, well, OK, Spiro's going to make easy work of Happy and MBK. So, nice. Yeah, very, very nice retake. Unfortunately, France, I guess they didn't really have much time, enough players and utility to really set up a proper defense there. But, I mean, hey, they were able to get the 2 kills and a bomb down. So that's actually a really big result from them. That's exactly what you would call a success in a situation like that.
Yeah, I don't know if the Mag 7 play was the optimal thing to do there, because there's such a high chance of being traded by Tech 9.
Right.
The range where you're going to get a 1-shot with the Mag 7 is the range where you're going to get 1-shot by a Tech 9 there. So anyway, Poland continue their winning ways. Again, a much better start to this one than Cobble, but that was always to be expected. France look to be going for a smoke execute towards the A site. I can only imagine the priority here will be to get a bomb plant. The bomb's coming out of Palace and has been dropped. It's in no man's land now. France will need to try and cross, but they will be unsuccessful in that.
OK, so 3-0, but it's time for France to buy some weapons, James. They've got AKs all around, an assortment of grenades to use as well, 5 smokes, which is, of course, going to allow them to take middle, will allow them to execute onto bomb sites. There's a lot of options here for them, but I'm very curious where the pace is going to lie with France.
Well, I can see Folan's got a scout here. If he's playing B, it looks like he's gone from a jumping Mag 7 to a jumping scout. But again, bearing in mind these hitboxes, maybe some adjustment needs to be done there because he could get his head ripped off when a peek comes in a later round. So now there's nobody going to engage him, and it looks like a split is going to be the name of the game here for France. Going to try and take control of connector, I presume. You did just see a pop flash coming into the connector area, but Spiro is holding steadfast.
Yeah, got that mid take from France, but that's not the hard part. The hard part's actually getting into connector, is getting into ladder room to actually use and then be able to use the map control to form a play. But Happy is lurking close, and he needs a distraction here to get in. He thinks that now might be the time. He's opening it up, and he's going to find himself. Well, he does get the frag onto Innocent, and Miki's going to hold down ladder room. So we've got a lot of back and forth here. It's going to end up in a 3-on-3, but France, they still have connector control, and that's the pivotal thing for them positionally, because they can build that into A or B. But Ferland's there close with the scout. What can he get done here as France move ever closer to that A-bomb site?
It's interesting, both teams actually had a crossfire onto the site, but a CT position has now been rotated towards mid. Maybe unsure as to what's going on. Spiro, oh, it is a team. I don't know how that happened, but they've just left themselves with Smiths alone versus 2. He's got 30 seconds, is carrying the bomb. He still has an AK as well. We'll see what he can do. He's making his way onto the B-bomb site. We should see a plant here. So if he can get himself a 1 versus 1 using these structures on the site, then maybe he can clutch this round for his team. An unfortunate unfortunate team kill has put them in this situation. I think it was a wallbang as well. Maybe he just saw an arm and just snapped it. Didn't realize it was a comrade.
Smith has set himself up. Oh no, oh no! Ferland's going to find a perfect engagement. Smith's unawares. I mean, that's so hard to play that position. And actually, if we look at how he planted the bomb, he's probably posturing to basically make it look like, okay, the bomb's here, so I'm going to be playing these positions that are expected. You know, that's the usual kind of meta that you're going in with a plant like that. But yeah, got caught off guard. And yeah, that team kill was outrageous. Maybe it's just Happy, man. He's such a good lurker. You think sometimes he's just a member on the other team. Yeah,
a bit Kaiser Sose style. So Shox is on -1. He's below water. Anyway, France going to be continuing 4 AKs and the pistol. Lots of targets for Pete to find. Odds were definitely in his favor there. Takes a bit of damage, but he will survive for now. France looking for a fast pace towards connector. Spiro, those moves out of it. Very nicely done. Gets himself a frag. Looking to find another one on Smith, so trying to reload his gun. Oh, he's just waiting, in fact. And catches Spiro. Spiro thought he was in a position to punish, but he wasn't. And Innocent will fall to Smith as well. 3 versus 3 with Apex close on shorts.
Here we go. Apex will take down Mihu, and that's going to open up a path towards that B-bomb site. Although they don't know that if anyone's actually on the site itself just yet. So CT still has something to play with, but Apex, so diligent, will actually check the flank and will catch Pete, and that's going to leave just Ferland left. And it will also cause France to reassess where they want the bomb to end up, as they've cleared the A-bomb site now, more or less. They do have players there, and that is where they're kind of working towards. But I love how they're taking this slow, trying to catch Ferland off guard. And I mean, they have time to use, so it's great to see that they're using it.
Yeah, judging by their behavior, as far as they're concerned, Ferland could be absolutely anywhere at this point. They should know that he is the B-site player, and he's just going to bank on that being a possibility until he hears the beeps. And then what is his play? He'll be in a 1 versus 3 when a bomb gets planted. We'll see what he chooses to do. He does have an AK already, so not many upgrades he can do. Try and grab the AWP potentially, but the T's should expect such a play to be possible. So you can see him just holding an angle there, and he could try and survive in this area and then pick up an AWP once the bomb has detonated.
Yeah, we can see the quick display of how many players have survived these 1 rounds by Poland. Generally speaking, they've been doing quite a good job in keeping people alive. This is the first round where they've really got severe losses, and as such, you know, they have the bank to provide a very decent buy in the following rounds. But this is where things start to get really interesting as France start to get that money going in their favor, and as we have this situation where will they continue to just slow play into mid and then move out into connector and just play the defaults like this, or are they going to actually start going for some executes? Do they have those that they want to use? Everybody knows pretty much all of the smokes I would expect for the very basic executes on A and so on. Always see a lot of contact plays. They're going to be good at all of those things, and but they have to knock down the economy of Poland, and Spiro is going for a sneaky play here.
Similar to the style of pop flash you do on the Cubby on Inferno Arch. High rising flash, drops down for the peak, but Poland's going to be disadvantaged regardless. Innocent coming in aggressively to trade eventually for his teammate in Palace, but the man advantage continues for France.
Yeah, we've got Happy. He's trying to do his utmost to try to... Oh my God, Innocent taking him down straight away. So there's no way that Happy can fulfill his plan of delaying rotation and making it look like something it's not. And now Poland know exactly what's coming. Poland's in this position again, but the guy's got to reload all of a sudden. And, well, that's Smiths and Apex well and truly in this bomb site, and Apex is going to round this corner, and he's going to find himself an innocent, and all that's left is Mihu.
On the site already, and I think his position has just been found out, which means that the T's can set up a crossfire situation, but Apex confident enough to go for the duel. Smith, though, will trade, and France get another round on the board. So let's look at the money for both teams. We can look at we can remove this screen because the menu of the buys shows the money as well. And then we can see the buy.
Either way,
there we go. See the money's here, so we can just watch it. So we can see Shoxy going for the MAC-10 as the CTs have the pistols. Can expect him to be leading the charge here, trying to get that intel, see if there's a stack from the CTs. This is another thing we've seen on these eco rounds from Poland. They've never really stacked the site. They've just kind of spread out as if it's a normal round. So they just end up not able to use their power of the numbers together. Just get thinned out one by one.
And it looks like Happy's going to spot himself some targets in the A-bomb site, and it's just slowly but surely France cleaning up these ecoing players. So good anti-eco round from France. On Dust 2, when I was casting that earlier, they had a lot of France had a lot of kind of anti-eco players, quite risky, I would say. And well, right now 4-3. This can go either way when it comes to the way the money's turning out right now, because we've got double AWP in play for Poland. They haven't shown this before. It really needs to be successful. As we can see, they've got no bank left. You know, if they lose this round, absolutely nothing in the bank. Spiro's moving up to the bomb side itself. We have Ferland, who's on the B side of things, checking the apartments. And there is that smoke we're talking about. So there's no warping through there, but we already have a position here for Spiro, just waiting for those T's to appear. France with a slow pace this round into map control.
Again, it looks like they're going to be looking to take control of Connector. And there it is, the smoke coming up at the top. Pete tries a sneaky peek, but he will be punished for it. Now this puts CTs in a very weak position. It's unknown what lies on the other side of that Connector smoke now. They could be in for a nasty shock when this push comes in from France. You can see two players headed through T-spawn towards the slope. So Poland currently with a bit of a crossfire, but there are some smokes left on the T's. They could isolate these players and then take them out with trades if necessary. So Innocent going to pop himself out with the flash. Take down Smith. There is a player in Palace as well. Spiro misses a shot. He moves before firing. Finally gets one onto Shox, but his teammate's gone already.
Well, great series of kills. Mia's going to finish it off. And that was a really slow round. And Spiro is going to shut it down right at the end, straight away.
We need the Spectator to escape twice so we can bring up the HUD here. If we could do that, that'd be great.
Either way, this situation right now for Poland's actually kind of okay. They lost two players there. Of course, their money's really, really weak, but they kept the AWPs alive, which is a very, very good
It's not good,
point.
Dan. It's nice.
It's nice. All right, so it's good for them at least. But Smith is on the AWP, and we've got almost everybody there from the T side of France, straight in middle, with a much faster round, trying to mix the pace up. But Spiro's got a shot for Smith and Apex, and now it's down to Shoxy, MBK, and Happy as they've got Connect to control. They're building back into the A-bomb side. They've got some really dangerous positions right now. France are still really scary, and there's Shoxy. Spiro's down, and France have a strong situation here with lots of time to play with.
It's a good start from Poland in this match. Again, we spoke about the power of Spiro's AWP in the previous map, expecting this to happen. And now it's Ferland coming in with the AWP as Spiro has left the building for now. Poland looking to hang on to their lead here and extend it one more round. 2 versus 2. The bomb headed in, well, everyone separated here, both the T's, both the CTs. No one can trade at the moment, although Shoxy can jump into short here from that window, which I'm sure is the plan. We'll see MBK running in now. There's a lot of time on the clock here. Mishu's going to find a frag. That's the bomb down as well. Now Shoxy has a lot of work to do. We're going to have the rotation coming in from the CTs. I think Ferland maybe heard some noise. You can see him just focusing towards the CPL vents area. Now it's down to the 1 versus 1.
Oh, Shoxy. It's going to go down in the end. Shoxy's pretty dangerous. He's quite good at this game as well. And, well, France are going to be put in an awkward spot right now because they can't really feel the proper buys. So we'll have to see whether or not Poland can have a clean round. This is their opportunity to do so. But that said, all right, we're going to get the force up. And this is actually quite nice because the money wasn't that even. So they've gone for that force with an AWP, which can be very, very interesting indeed. It's on Smith's that AWP. And where are they taking all of this? We've got Happy just doing the lurk there in middle. He'll try to catch rotation when there's a distraction. And here it is, the fast push coming into Pete's position. The AWP is in hand. I don't know that they'll expect what France are holding right now, but does it even matter? We got that P90 at work. But finally, Apex will take him down, and France might have a chance in taking this bomb site after all.
Oh, that's really bad for the CTs. The one player that was deep onto the site has gone down. There's still a long rotation to come from the second Polish player here, but Innocent is dancing around the smoke, and there he could find a bomb carrier, but the Tech-9 is going to be too much, straight in the face, and he's going to leave the building, leaving Spiro alone. Look at Happy's position as well. Once this smoke disappears, then we will see what will become of these two players. Is Spiro going to go for it? It's 1 versus 3. Happy starting to spray, and he will win after all. So everything lost there for Poland.
Yeah, indeed. Very rough situation after just winning around. Their money's been reset, and that is a nasty place to be in. Because when they lose this round as well, which I would assume that they likely will, only $1,900. There's still not enough to buy. And well, France, they could really take a really big lead here if they're able to continue the dominance we're starting to see. Because that was such an unexpected push. Poland never. I mean, they were probably expecting an eco in that round, I think.
Yeah, well, here they are on the eco. Had some early aggression towards A. Spiro will find one player. The 1D coming out from the other side of A to send NBK packing. We'll see if the Polish side can retrieve a gun. You can see he's hungry for it. He wants the gun. He's thirsty for it. The bomb is headed elsewhere for now. There's still a lurker for France in A slope, so if that gun is picked up by Innocent, which it is, and he tries to make it back across the site, Happy might catch him in his travels. You see Apex moving towards connector now. Maybe to suggest an A play, but they could also go to B. Lurker from A, moving away now.
The thing here is that France are quite split up, and this can be quite dangerous. So of course, now so much time has passed that they're saying, okay, guys, well, we played it as safe as we can. Now it's time to just go together to take a bomb site, and that's what Shoxy is going to try to lead the charge and help them do. As he's looking for those one taps, he's going to find it on Ferlin. There's an extra player that he's already spotted in the vicinity. Happy's going to take down the player as well. So things looking good here for France. Only Innocent left, no Kevlar. And the M4 looks like he's going to pick up a quick kill, but this is quite scary for Innocent because bomb's going to go down, and France are going to be on the hunt, at least with 2 players, I would imagine.
Indeed, as soon as he got that kill, the hunt already began. How far will Innocent go? I think one of the best places to save on this map. Yeah, well, we'll see where he chooses to go. I mean, what is his play here? Is he trying to get a bit more damage into the T side, or is he just trying to save in a very unsuspecting position?
I think you're right there with the latter, just trying to get ahead of where they might look for him. And he may have already anticipated after killing that player that they would already be in Palace right now.
Yeah, one of the places I like is just where Smith is aiming, just around the corner from there, because you can easily peek towards T-spawn and to Palace, and it gives you 2 options to run away if you need to. So you can have those, just pop out from the corner and have a surprise engagement with your peeker's advantage there. So just a quick message to production. We still need the HUD up on the screen, so if the spectator can press escape twice, that'd be nice.
Nice. Okay. So we can see Poland's awful situation. They decided to go for a little bit of a buy here. Again, highlighted they only had like around $4K, so they want to go for a bit of a quasi-buy just to make sure the round that they can actually buy, they have stuff to work with. We know the ops are good for them. It looks like we will have this this push from France, but there's actually a player, it's Innocent with that rifle. He's pushed up with that Kevlar up middle. He's found a kill onto Happy, and he's kind of broken up the push a little bit of France, so that this is not so simple anymore. He's actually going to take down MBK as well. I don't believe it. France right now are in trouble.
Yeah, they are definitely lacking in the personnel area. Smith's still looking to do some damage with that Tech-9. He is carrying an AWP as well, so he doesn't want to stray too far away. But look at all the angles they have to cover here. We've even got boosts coming in on short now. There's no way, surely, that France can hold this. They're being traded. Smith and Shoxy with 2 fast frags, bringing this back. But Shoxy will leave the building now, and there's a flank coming in as well. So what is the play from Smith there? He has a Tech-9 and an AWP versus a crossfire. This is really difficult. I think he's got time to pick up the bomb and actually try to change the site and go for an immediate challenge on a player. I think if he plants there, it's just not going to work. And I think he realizes that both CTs are so close. So he needs to either get a frag or just take the bomb to the other site, or get a quick kill if they try to peek. Look at that rotation from Spiro, but I don't know if...
Smart play.
I'm not sure if Smith was close enough to hear some sound cues there, but he seems to be making the right play.
Yeah.
He's going towards the A bomb site. So, what is the play from Poland? Again, bearing in mind Smith has an AWP, and almost all the guns are on the other side of the map. If the CTs go for the retake here and they run together, then they should be able to trade unless they get shot at the same time. But no, for some reason, Spiro's going to come in on his own with Pete a mile away. I don't know why he's given Smith the 1 versus 1 there. Smith. So I think that was definitely a mistake, but we'll see if Pete can bring this back for his team.
He's going to find Smith, catch him off guard a little bit, and Smith is not the healthiest guy right now. But Pete doesn't have any cover. It won't matter against this AWP. Oh, Pete comes in. Pete was not ready. And that is that. But still, France lost 4 players there.
Yeah, I think actually one option is that he wants to find Smith before he disappears anywhere. And then in a post-plant situation, they're going to be very disadvantaged. Unfortunately, they couldn't go together. And the round will go to France. So we're going to have the bye for both teams again. We're going to have 3 ops on the map, 2 of which will be with Poland, Pete and Spiro. Again, we've seen all these frags coming in from Spiro. Okay, so many players top mid, and again, Pete will be shooting at fish in a barrel. Spiro coming in for a second frag, and they'll move away from their positions before they get punished in connector. Spiro coming back to take down Shoxy as well.
And there's more beheadings here than the French Revolution, James. Got Mihu going back in for a kill onto Apex in mid, and this is a brutal round from Poland. What a display of skill, as Happy is now the last man standing. So it's going to take a highlight reel, an HLTV front page worthy moment from Happy to actually pull this one back. The bomb is in the open as well, and we've got the flank coming in to make matters worse. Innocence there for the backstab, and Happy should be paranoid about the potential for a backstab here. And wow, there it is, spraying down Happy. And Poland with 7 rounds now to France's 6. So turning this into a pretty respectable half. I think you'd want to get at least 8 or 9 against France especially. But this doesn't look too bad from Poland. We have a really open game here.
Looking at the money in the bank for the Polish side, it's really good that they won that round with everybody surviving. Only 2 rounds left here, but that CT economy is an expensive one. You can see France early on headed towards the B site. Will this be a fast play? We've seen Furlan get picked early a number of times playing close to the van area, but he's going to move away and allow Pete to come in from short. He's going to get flashed though, and Furlan will need to come in for his team. 2 frags for him, all headshots, very, very nice. Only Happy left with a Tech 9 on the other side of the map, so this should be a good round for Poland.
Yeah, and going into the last couple of rounds, the economy doesn't pose as much of a problem for the CT, so they can play it aggressively if they want, but it's like Happy is going to get caught by Pete. And we're really seeing, why they because there was that situation where they could have gone for a buy. They all had around $4K, and some teams would have done, but they saved. Double save, got the double ops rolling in. We can see why. This is really good. And you said how important is the AWP on Spiro at the start in the pregame. Well, he's top fragging for his team right now. He's doing an amazing job, and we're going to get another execute coming in from France with the Tech 9s, the smokes, the classic A play. Spiro's got another test. Can he deliver again?
Well, that might be a spanner in the works there. But when this position is smoked off, it's still possible to know all the nades. We'll come back to that later. They're going to try and push out with the nades. Not working out so far. Running in blind, but again, those Tech 9s are going to work as they always do for these French players. MBK didn't have enough health to survive that pistol shot, and that will be the last round in favor of Poland. So very strong half, I'd say, 9-6 in favor of the Polish side.
Yeah, wide open map for sure. And I love the style there from Spiro, just with the one shot on the pistol. Very, very classy stuff. He's a classy guy.
Yeah, I was just going to say, with that smoke up onto Palace, most of these teams will know that they can find reference points within the Palace, for example, to throw a Molotov down into the shadow area. You can line yourself up with pillars to throw pop flashes that pop out onto the side, etc., etc. So, France with a 3-round deficit. We're on the pistol. Many of the pistol rounds we've seen here today have had almost every player, save for 1 on each team. With Kevlar, that trend continues on the CT side. No defuse kit, though. NBK with a Molotov and the flashbang.
I love that combo. It's a fun combo.
Actually, funnily enough, it was the Very Games team who showed us the power of that combo way back when at DreamHack Winter, when they were throwing flashbangs into Inferno B and then following up with Molotovs, and people were dying, having no idea they were even on fire.
It is glorious. And, well, here comes the push. Apex off with a good start. That's Spiro down. Still holding on to the CT spawn position, which is very important for the retake. And Smith is going to open up connector as well. So it looks like that France are in really good stead here to actually just barrel down the bomb site. And that's exactly what's happening. Pete's the last man standing. Jump shots from Smith. And the defuse will come in for France as they hold that really well. And this is going to be an interesting match, a really, really interesting match, because now, I mean, France more or less should equalize from this point. We should go to a 9-9 scoreline. So good to see. I like it when we have, either side winning a pistol round. That said, of course. Oh, actually, no, there won't be a forced buy. So they'll probably save here. They could force buy if they got some cool strats with it. Some teams do tend to do that. It's a little bit surprising as well, just quick execute, but Poland will go for the typical save.
Yeah, on this map specifically, I know Existence has created strats where when you lose a pistol, they basically have an execute towards the B bomb site to try and get another plant in to get that extra money. Often works very well, but you see it very rarely from them, and not really from anybody else. That's part of the game that is lacking somewhat at the moment. Got a P250s onto Poland, and again, they've got 2 smokes, so it would suggest that they are going for some kind of smoke plant here. You can see the bomb now rotating through T-spawn, but there is a player playing very close A slope, so the bomb could get isolated here, and that could crush around for Poland. But a good start here. We've got a boost into CPL, and Smith has gone down.
Yeah, this is a pretty good situation here for France, to be honest. Almost everybody dead, and he lost Smith, so no problem there. And that's good. But this is the danger round, of course. The AKs are going to come out, and all the nades as well. Well, actually that said, not a huge amount of nades, as they're buying so soon. So I have to do quite a lot with quite little, and that can be quite difficult now that Smith has an AWP straight away, because normally you should be able to take mid quite quickly in a round like this with the AKs, but that's not going to work in their favor because of Smith. He's a big player in this round for France.
And let's see if he can do with the AWP what the Polish side did in the first half. He's going to get smoked off very, very quickly. That smoke is thrown from the dustbin in T-spawn. Also gives an angle for both teams to look down short. No engagements, well, no kills for either side yet, though. Apex taking a lot of damage. MBK is just holding a pop flash towards Apps, and you can see there are a number of players headed in his direction. Not many nades left for the Polish side, though. They've got a few flashes and the 1 smoke. Could be going for contact play here, an early engagement. Happy's gone down. Here comes a pop flash from MBK. How many can he get? There are 2 frags for him. He's only got 9 bullets left, though. Got to get the Molotov down and get shot while he's doing it. So the Polish side will take the site, but the CTs are already close by.
Yeah, Smith is there. Nice snap onto Mihu, and it's all on Furlan. We saw him do excellent work on Dust too. It was really phenomenal. He's going to need to pull something off here that's similar in nature, and Apex already has the angle. But Furlan's expecting it. Oh, he finds a headshot. I don't believe my eyes. In it goes Furlan. Smith knows where he is, but can he win this aim duel? Furlan now by the play. He's got time to work with as well. He's flashing his way and has no idea where Smith is. And Smith will get a perfect engagement and will win the battle. And France will win the round, of course. So 9-9 indeed. But Poland, they did a good job doing damage there. And France, in buying double AWP, they know that they should be able to get, you know, a good situation here where they survive with everybody. That should happen because Poland shouldn't be able to really, they shouldn't be force buying in this situation normally. But we'll see what they go and do. I mean, so far it looks like they don't go for the force buy, just an investment for a plant.
Yeah, I'm curious what they'll do on this plant. It looks on this eco round. Sorry, it looks more simple than the previous attempts. I want to talk about a little bit afterwards. But here we go, the spray down coming in. But only 1 player is grabbed by Shoxy. He'll soon find 2 more. But look at all these trades. Just the 2 AWPs and the M4 left. Dimitrius picks up a gun. But there are going to be many invisible lasers crossing that site, and the bomb is down in no man's land. So it's going to be a difficult time. And there we go. He gets taken down.
Okay, so
just quickly, in the previous eco, they had 3 or 4 people mid. They rotated the bomb on its own towards T-slope, and it got taken out by CT. I'm not sure why they wouldn't have had that in mid with all the players. If one gets taken down, another can pick it up, and also it makes it less obvious as to where they're going. There we are, they're back on the buy.
Yeah, I mean, it was pretty well done by Poland, though. They got quite a bit of damage in there. Not getting the plant, that sucks, but hey, some kills is a good trade. But we've got Smith here in this round. He's going to be pushing underpass very quickly with the AWP, and Innocent's going to catch that. Really nicely done by Innocent, not to get abused by the fast play. And middle now has been completely vacated by France. They realize that Poland have one middle. They can't really put any more resources into stopping them from taking it. So that's a big deal. And Spirit's even going to take down MBK, who was going for a peek. He wanted the information, but there's no flash to cover him. So raw peek, and he got punished. And now France are in a horrible position.
It's a good chance for Poland to, especially with the damage they've done. Look at that pre-fire. Happy just ran into it, arms open, and he was embraced with the cold steel from that AK-47. Only 2 French players remaining now. And again, due to the damage that the Polish side did in the previous round on their eco, this could be a bit of a problem for France. Only Shoxy remains. We'll see if he can save his gun. He's only got 2150 in the bank at the moment. Maybe we can have a quick look at the money on the French team now. Or maybe not that.
Well, Poland with a very shockingly powerful round, and France are going to have to be careful. You've got to respect the opponent's ability to just take some of these frags.
I really want to shout, show me the money.
Show me the money.
Show me the money.
The other thing there as well that was quite interesting is the fact that Poland, they played it right. They got the frags, and they wait. They don't allow themselves to get carried away by getting the frags. They wait. They know that, okay, we can make an execute out of this, and it's going to be even stronger because they have a firstly weaker rotate, less players on the rotate, and less players holding the bomb sites. And they have to also change the positions most of the time to make sure that they can actually play a retake, or the positioning of CTs changes a lot when you get frags. So by understanding how CT rotation works, when they're down to 4 players or 3 players, you can create a really strong strategy.
Look at the money here on the French side. It sucks. So they're going to be on the eco down. This is a good opportunity for Poland to take a lead here, try and keep France on the bare bones of their money, on the edge of their financial tether. Something or other.
Rope, tether.
Tether works. I like tether. That works. Rhymes with heather. So France have a flashbang and pistols, and that is it. Again, France do have a map lead on Poland, currently leading 2-1. Poland, though, needs to make sure that they don't spend too much time going for an execute here. They need to identify if there is a stack and play against it. They've actually only got 1 Molotov, which is really, really bad. In this kind of situation, you're going to want to have a lot more Molotovs to clear out the site, so this might be a problem for them.
Yeah, here it goes. Mihu's going to get flashed in, but oh wow, Shoxy, big frag there from him. And now that's a weapon as well, so this could go a little bit south. Opponents are not too careful, but they still have a lot going in their favor in the name of Ferlin and Pete. Nice kills coming in. AK's been dismissed. And Poland, they're still taking damage though, and MBK's actually found the AK. So this could be quite scary. He's going to be rotate through CT spawn. He's certainly going to find some decent engagements here, but the aim punch means that he has to get an instant headshot. Look at that, he can barely find his target after getting the aim punch there by Ferlin. And now it's down to Smiths with that P250, looking for the quick kills, but he won't find it. Decent damage, but of course, France weren't expecting all that much. It was a cute pop flash play into connector though, like that very much. Yeah, and you can see some of the constraints with the mixed team there, where really they needed like 3-4 Molotovs for a push in that situation, and life would have been much easier. But there we go, they came out with the round regardless, and now they have the lead on to France, who are going with 2 AWPs and a Scout, and then the 2 M4s. Yeah, 2 AWPs and a Scout, that's pretty interesting. Either way, we have to see if Spiro can get something done here with that AWP in middle. I think Poland have been quite scary on middle, and France, they're giving them a little bit more respect, a little bit more passive. We did see a lot of aggression from them earlier, and there it is. The passivity is going to pay off. Happy's going to connect onto Mihu. And now Poland being down a man. They've got to start thinking, all right, we need to do something with these 4 players. We can't keep playing picks. If we go down to 5 versus 3, the round is over. So you can see them coming back now, rotating in for an A play. And that's all going to be on the A play here. And France have decent positions. They have 3 players who can respond quickly to this. Again,
France have had a player playing close slope, and that's going to be Shoxy on this occasion. See, there's a fair chance he's going to get traded, but the advantage is where Apex is. They could potentially double peak slope when this push comes, and that's where the numbers are. There's only 1 person coming from the Palace, and there's a CT in the jungle area, but he's going to get taken down. That's missed. So the gun is here, showing for Shox, but he can't get a spray down. Only 1 player for him. Now there's still Apex on the site, getting Spiro towards Tetris, but he will be traded as well. 2 versus 2. AWP and a Scout to retake here, but MBK has found himself in a usable position. He's tagging the players here. They have to change up where they want to plant the bomb now if they want to get the bomb plant installed. Another tag here, and he could just close out the round with a Scout.
This is beautiful play from MBK. However, he's going to be down to not much life, and he's lost his teammate. But nice jump shot. He's going to find it. A jump shot worthy of the NBA.
So you tell me, 2v2 situation with the CTs going for a retake with an AWP and a Scout, and the Scout basically just takes the round there, jumping behind the box.
Yeah.
Does that Scout make sense?
Yeah, I mean, he played it really well from like the way the meta works with the dodging. Basically, he was conditioning them into looking over the box. You saw like a pause, and then the peek from the left, so he didn't jump at all, whilst both of them are looking over the box. It's obviously incredibly difficult to play against that. Very strong indeed, and in the right hands especially. MBK is a bit of a specialist. Does like the Scout.
So Spiro is rocking the AWP with no armor in this round, 11-11. You can see the difficult buy for France despite winning the round here. The Scout continues, 3 Framasses, lacking the nades as well, not to mention the helmets.
This is really cool, actually. I have not seen a team do this before. It's a really nice off angle with the boost there, but of course, a little bit, I'm going to leave a little bit too early to catch anybody.
Yeah, but the sound cues were there. You saw him, the T flash himself in. He heard the jumping attempts.
They've left the bomb actually really far back, so they've got to be quite careful here. They are setting up, they set up Mihu in connector. This is very standard stuff. Now they can potentially play the triple pronged attack into A, or he can play Lurker as they go for B. Oh no, Shoxy's going to find him straight away. And that's devastating for Poland. They've lost what could have been a very important position.
2 players left here for Poland. The bomb, again, is so far away that it's just a... Like, the round is more or less lost here, because if they go and try and retrieve the bomb, then they only have 1 player to fight against 4 people. They're going to get taken down in isolation. Not really sure what to do there in that situation, it seems. And they will give the AWP over to the CT side as well.
Yeah, that really started to fall apart, didn't it? It's quite cool to see that Spiro's got 27 kills. He's miles ahead of everybody else on his team and the opposing team, but it's spread very evenly, frag-wise, on the French side, sorry. So, I guess if there's anything to take away from this tournament, it's how dangerous Spiro can be as an individual. And here is a fast play coming in from Poland, and it might just be highlight reel for Shoxy. 4 kills there, looking for the ace. Happy's going to steal it. But there it is. Shoxy's not only very handsome, James, he's very good with a rifle.
Poland going to be back on the buy here. 5 AKs for them with the armor and so on. Nice taps by Shox. He'll need to do it a bit more. There's a 2-round lead for France at the moment. Again, heading towards these clutch areas of the map now. See if Poland can hold on. The CT economy is not amazing at the moment. You can see it ranges. Shox had 7K. Smith's is only 1,300. So there's still an opportunity for Poland to get back into this and take the lead. But they've got limited supply in nades. And it looks like they'll be executing over towards A with Mishu holding down a rotate from B.
There we go, the jump goes across and Shoxy's ready for it, but he is running out of teammates to play off of. Oh no, Mihu's going to come in from the back as well. Will he find Shoxy in time? And there it is, he's going to get the trade. And this position is so forward. There's surely nothing that France can do to win this round. Poland with an incredibly explosive play, but Smith, he's trying to get something done. He's going for the fast kill, but no one is showing themselves from Poland's side. Polish player is very patient, and Ferlin with the frag. That's going to end this round for France and put Poland up to 12. And I'm really curious how the money's going to look now, actually, because we're going into the last rounds of this map, and the money starts to become a really big issue in determining how the momentum will shift. So it's actually very crucial that they don't lose too many players to Happy if they try to take him down.
The CTs really need to save this AWP as well. More need to save it for themselves than have it go into the hands of Spiro. As good as he's been with it, we've seen the struggles with the scout and the shenanigans behind the box as well.
Yeah, the money from both teams right now is really awful. So
yeah.
This next 2 rounds are going to be incredibly decisive, I think.
Yeah, things looking pretty important. This time we have a bunch of Molotovs coming out for the Polish side, 4 in fact. I think one nade may have been disposed of to pick another one up. Happy going for a timing. Was close, but not close enough. And I think we might have a fast push up short here from the T's. Indeed we will, but there are 2 people in connector for the CT to try and hold things down. Trades coming in for both teams. 2-man advantage now for Poland.
Yeah, this looks really awful. Just MBK is left alive at this point. Really awesome push there from Poland, considering that was over in the snap of the fingers. 15 seconds, and everybody from France was dead, and it's the hunt onto MBK is gonna happen now that they know where he is. They can get the bomb planted as well. But MBK's moving around a lot. Innocent will catch him off guard and get the frag as well. These really fast rounds from Poland have caused issues here for France, and this is the situation we're talking about. No money for France.
Yeah, Happy's though sitting on 6K has gone for the AWP. So there are some situations, we've seen it on T sides and CT sides. Never mind that, they're going for the full force here. We've got double scout AWP. France not letting any round go here. Apex and Shoxy on the pistols. This looks like the envy of old, Dan.
Yeah, this is actually a really huge race. They don't have to do this, but it is, as you say,
but why not?
The old envy style, and that's how this team's going to work, probably at its best. And we're going to look at Poland right now with a lot of movement in the apartments. And at the moment, we're going to see a quick frag from Happy there. He's going to get the kill. He's going to spot what's going on. He's going to fall back, and Apex is going to get the information. They're all running into position. Will he get anything done? No. Innocent will pick up the kill. So 4 versus 4. France have lost a player, and they got 2 scouts and AWP, James. This is really weird. 2
scouts and an AWP, but one of the scouts has gone down. Problem is, there's a minute on the clock here, but there's a flank coming in, and look where the bomb is. Shoxy, if he turns this corner, then who knows what mess will be upon us, Dan. But he's starting to move back a bit. There is a player in the mid area. I think he might even be in CPL from looking at the mini-map. So the thing is here, look at the rotation from the CTs. Maybe Spiro hears this behind him. But they need to get some presence on the site before there is not enough time on the clock.
Shox is the man right now for France. It's all on him in this situation. He's going to have a position that Poland might not think to look for. And he could get a lot of clear shots. He's got to be quick. Spiro is going to open up CT spawn, so there is a distraction for Shox to work. He hears the bomb going down. There it is. Shox is going to see so many players not even looking at him, but he can't get anything done. MBK will pick up a kill there, but he gets immediately traded. So that is the end of that, really. And France, they sacrifice so much to do this. I mean, essentially what they were saying with that is that if we don't win this, we're going to let you get to 15 rounds, because they surely will not force by here. I
think Innocent tried to fake a flashbang by throwing an AK-47 in CT spawn. I don't think it worked.
No.
There we go, Spiro on the 30 bomb. Now let's see the buy that these teams have done, or the lack of buy on the... France, of course, only the pistols. They made a gamble. Gamble almost paid off, but it failed in the end. Again, Apex with a solitary flashbang for his team. Poland with the 4 AKs and the AWP. So, again, they are in a situation where they need to find out where any potential stack is and do something about it. We're going to see early peeking from the CTs. There's a CT from sneaky position on the boxes, actually, and Michel will be taken down by Smiths. Now Poland needs to continue their push onto the site here because the CTs are streaming in that.
There's players lurking everywhere, and you're right, they need to get these kills quickly, and oh, nice shot there from Edison, good response. Happy and Apex looking for additional kills. Apex is going to find one onto Ferlin. That's a weapon picked up for him. He's got an AK, no armor to use, but the AK is going to be very powerful. The bomb's down on the site as well. France could actually win this round. Spiro is going in. Oh my God, the double peek is going to work out for France. It's just Pete left in the apartments. He's going to get sprayed down by Apex, and somehow France find a way with pretty much nothing to work with. They find a way.
Poland have not had a good time on these anti-ecos. Like, they're just buying the full guns every round. It's late in the day, but I mean, they need someone to go in and get information. Whether you put a Mac-10 on that person and have him run around with some flashbangs thrown behind him, or whatever you do, they need to make a better job of it, because at the moment it's looking really bad. And who knows, if that continues, they may lose a game because of it. Double AWPs coming out for France now. From the brink of destruction, they've got 2 big green guns down.
They're large and in charge, and we'll have Poland once again taking control, trying to in middle. Really important that Smith's got that kill. Actually, it's going to really weaken Poland's efforts, and now it kind of makes this this positional play even more risky. Oh, that is so important as well. Innocent's going to tie things up, and in the distraction, Poland goes in, and all of a sudden the A-bomb site is up for grabs. But Happy's in with 2 kills. He's going to stop this push dead, as will Smiths, and it's just Spiro left now. He is definitely the MVP for Poland. But usually you would expect him to be delivering with the AWP. Right now, James, he's just got an AK. He's
going to be in a lot of trouble if he is to even get a bomb plant here, because once he's on the site, putting a bomb down, the lasers down. Although there's only one now. Smith has traded his AWP for an AK, so he's in a better situation to trade. And Happy will be the man with the big green gun. So Spiro looking to find a first frag, but he's going to get caught jumping over towards Connector. NBK to take him down and move France to match points, not just map, but match.
One more round is all it takes for France to be the victors. And what
a turnaround!
Yeah, just hey, you can never take them for granted. Okay, Poland, they don't have really a very good buy, James. It's kind of awful, and they're going to go for a fast A play. This could be a fast finish for France.
This is looking like a straight-up disaster for Poland. And again, Shoxy playing close. Maybe expecting some early aggression here. He's going to play Happy style through this smoke, but he's going to go in blind. They're colliding. He has no idea. Mishu's going down. Pete goes down. Spiro soon to follow. There's only one play left. Everyone has fallen down.
Well, once again, folks, France is your 2015 Global Offensive World Champions. Give it up for France. Well, there you have it. The boys in blue, as Haster likes to call most of his guys there. Like you always been saying, pretty much an envious roster. They have technically defended their title, although the European Championship was just a couple teams from Europe. But it was against Poland. What do you think?
I mean, like we said at the beginning of the tournament, when you looked at how all the advantages they had going, they have amazing players in their own rights. They have players who've all played in this exact same team overall this year at some point in time. Even the ones who left was only a couple of months ago. Already a team of the ages anyway, and they're defending champions from last year. They had essentially this was their tournament to lose. And they had some hairy moments at times. They even did lose to this team, not only in the final here, but on a map earlier, Cobblestone. But I think when you look at overall, they were clearly the best team. They were not only the best team in every normal sense, but looking at the teams they beat in the tournament, they got revenge on Poland in a best of 5. They beat Germany very easily in a best of 3. They beat Russia, who I thought was a really strong contender. So overall, I mean, who didn't they beat who was good? In theory, Sweden, but then Sweden sent a weaker lineup. I think overall, conclusively, they were the best team, and it ended the right way.
Yeah, I think that's the way to go to look at it as well. I think at the start of the tournament, we pretty much listed our top 4 contenders, really, and they've gone through all of them. So not much to be said, kind of as expected. A bit more bumpy. I didn't expect Mirage to be that close as it was. So you got to give props to Poland as well. They did come here with not their top lineups. So no, for me, it was cool to see Poland doing well, but in the end, all turned out as we expected.
Yeah, anything jump out of those last couple maps? Because obviously we really broke down the first 2 maps, but anything that kind of popped out?
I mean, the Mirage map, like we said, even if Envious have started to adapt to it, they've started to bring their map pool, it's not a map, I think that, I'd like to go to my original comment, I think that's a map that there's a reason they didn't used to play that map. Yeah. They never quite had the style down entirely, and you saw it on both halves. Yeah, they were good on both halves, so we're never really great on either, though. So I think that's what let Poland stay in the game, because it was back and forwards even from the first half.
Yeah, and it's probably a result of Train being introduced into the map cycle, so now they have a lesser evil of the two. But all over, overall.
Also, folks, we have to give a big round of applause for your second place finishers, Poland. One more time for Poland. And of course, the guys that are gonna get the big gold medal, one more time. Let's give it up for France. All right, now you can finish your point. Sorry, we don't want to miss that moment, right? Sorry.
Absolutely. No, just credit to Poland. They definitely played way better than I had expected them to. I was expecting either Russia or Germany to be the ones to duke it out versus France in the finals, but Poland showed pretty much everyone wrong, and they did it with just solid play. And I think at one point or another in any game they had all 5 members of their team step up massively. Dust2, Pete, and well, pretty much everyone had their moments. Ferlin, even on the Dust2 game, even though he lost, he had some crucial rounds that kind of kept them going, kept hope alive for a moment of time. Michu, for me, probably the best player of the tournament out of the usual suspects, which would be the guys on France. And Innocent and Spiro doing a really, really solid job, especially Spiro with that out.
Okay, and final thoughts from you?
Yeah, I think Poland obviously have to be given a lot of respect. I mean, I thought it was impressive enough just to have beaten Sweden. Even though Sweden had a depleted lineup, we saw those are veterans. Those guys who know how to win, know how to play. I also want to give credit actually to another team that played Sweden very close, which is Canada. Yeah. When I looked at their lineup, I thought, no Shroud, that's by far the best player. They came close to winning that series as well. So those were the 2 big dark horses for me, really impressed. Russia was strong overall, but we saw stylistically. I mean, if we're being fair, I think on the other side of the bracket, if another team that got screwed kind of was Russia, I think. Because, okay, Germany got screwed because France lost out in their group and came out second. I also think Russia could have been in the final as well. They played very well. So I think in the end, the worthy winners. I mean, I know Happy's used to winning he's used to winning $50,000. He comes second in those majors. So anyway.
Again, I'm going to ask it one more time now that they have their trophies and their medals. Give it up for France. One more time. All right, gentlemen, the time has come to say goodbye. It's been an absolute pleasure working with all you guys. Obviously, there's many more people that have been here behind the scenes, production, eFrag TV, Hitbox, all the sponsors, all the casters, all the fans, more than anything else. We had a great time in Serbia. Thank you for having us. We hope to come back and see your beautiful country. If you've just tuned into Counter-Strike for the first time this weekend and you're liking what you're seeing, in just 3 weeks or so, just a couple countries away in Romania, you're going to see the biggest, badassest CSGO major this planet has ever witnessed. I'm Sir Scoots. It's Thorin. It's Vendetta. On behalf of myself and everybody in the building, good night.
G2A.com, the best video game store ever! Fast as lightning, solid as a rock, cheap as duck. What's more, you can sell on it because it's also a marketplace. Remember G2A.com, the best video game store ever!
Cause Swirl. Oh my God.
Our backs against the wall. It seems impossible, but there's nobody else I want by my side to stand here with me to take this fight through the rise and fall. With our fearless hearts, we could beat the odds, and we could live for 1,000 years. We could be legends. If we all go down, if our time is now, we could let everyone know we were here. We could be legends.
We can live forever.